Pro-Palestinian opinion is under attack. International solidarity is under attack. Workers are under attack. Though airline attendants and postal workers are standing up for justice, civil liberties and human rights are under attack. Tenants and consumers are under attack. So what should we do? We need to act up and fight back. One tool of the boss class is Project Resolute. It is a program of the Toronto Police designed to smear, silence, and persecute supporters of Palestine liberation. In the face of an utterly horrendous genocide in Gaza, in the face of a brutal onslaught against Palestinians on the West Bank, it's difficult to imagine a more despicable deployment of police power. Are the authorities trying to follow the example of what Trump did in Los Angeles and Washington, D.C.? Police harassment of hundreds of protesters here resulted in 94 arrests. One targeted event was a protest at a Liberal Party fundraiser of Chrystia Freeland. The former Deputy Prime Minister is complicit in the Palestinian genocide, along with other crimes against nature and humanity. The arrest and conviction of union activist and CWC member Tynan Liebert should be seen in this light. It is plainly absurd and frankly a huge threat on the right to strike. How are workers supposed to have an effective picket line if they'll be arrested and convicted for assault when they tell scabs not to cross the line? Tynan committed no act of violence, no misdemeanor. He should be praised, not punished. I don't say the praise part very much, Tynan, as you know. But in this case, it's certainly true. He should be praised for protesting the Liberal government complicity with genocide. The charges leveled against him should have been dropped long ago, as we all know, and Project Resolute should be consigned to the dustbin of history. Unfortunately, there are more evil works to be undone. The bubble zones should be burst that ban pro-Palestine solidarity, free assembly, and free speech. And shame on Mayor Olivia Chow for voting in favor of the bubble zones that can extend to some 3,000 properties in Toronto. Shame. Down with Mark Carney's plan to extend such a barrier to free speech across the entire country. Shame. High school students who wear keffiyehs should not have their image obscured in their school yearbook. And the firing of Catherine G., a member of CUPE Local 4900, for speaking out for Palestinians on her own time off the work site should be reversed. Full compensation for the interruption to Catherine's free speech rights is overdue. The pattern of repression is directly linked to the agenda of the rulers of the Canadian state. Canada is a prison house of nations, an imperialist junior partner of the American empire, now in an advanced state of decay. Mark Carney and company aim to make workers pay for the trade war now underway. International solidarity of the working class is at odds with a tariffs conflict steeped in regressive nationalism. Elbows up bullshit. Solidarity is at odds with the pillaging of the natural environment and the violation of Indigenous rights. The goal of working class unity goes against Carney's stunning increase in war spending and the contribution of more blood money to the NATO war machine. So Socialist Action says, no war but class war. Canada out of NATO, smash Project Resolute, long live the liberation of Palestine, no to the fraud known as the two-state solution, for a democratic, secular Palestine from the river to the sea. Drop the charges against all victims of police harassment. An injury to one is an injury to all. Solidarity.